welcome back to
the Zak
and Buzz Review.
Well,
Okay.
We must start with one thing.
So before we go into the review, we have to explain something.
Why we're speaking
very groggy.
with very deep,
gravelly voices.
Which we both are.
That is because today we have been filming on a major
Blockbuster
feature movie.
Which is going to be coming out
at some point in the future, which has
we've
been great to work on.
We've been spending a few days on it already.
But that, ladies and gentlemen, is a story for another time.
Day.
But we thought it was important to get this video done for you because we
we
love the Traitors
and
we love making these for you. So thank you very much for sticking with us.
I mean, we were up way before dawn.
And we're going to be up way before dawn tomorrow.
We managed just to get back in time for Traitors, and we're straight away in front of the camera with our croaky voices.
So we're dedicated to our craft.
So, Traitors, that's what we're
Traitors.
This was an episode of many twists and turns.
Dips and troughs and every different direction it went there.
Confusion all round.
So, the first big thing
Let's stop,
we have to go with is the whole death match
It was the
thing.
death match. That was left on the cliffhanger, wasn't it?
From last week, so it's been a few days since that, since that happened.
And I always said that I felt the best choice of the Traitors was to get rid of Fozia, simply because she was so sharp. Good on you, Fozia, you're a sharp lady. Yeah. But it was all left to chance.
In this particular instance,
And to find out whether she survived or whether it was Leon, they had to go and find the survivors.
Yes.
Which was quite fun.
So it was kind of nice that in the breakfast, basically 4 of them didn't turn up.
Yeah, so it was like, what's going on here?
Because even the Traitors themselves didn't know this was having gone down.
I think Mina was sort of going, ooh.
They obviously knew who had left, but they didn't know what they had to do to find out.
What's happening now? Are we going to get stitched up by Claudia?
So obviously...
You've seen it. They went out in the cars.
They went out in the cars. First to be discovered in one of the coffins was Anna.
Anna, yes. Who was taking a beating. Bless her, she was shaking still.
Followed by Alexander. Now we'll come back to him.
Yeah, that's a definite.
But the final... And they were pretty close to the time limit of the 1 hour.
Yeah, well, that was one thing, because it was the lady... what's her name? Francesca got the wrong grave.
Yeah.
Nobody picked up on that.
No.
I thought that would come up. It might yet come up, because she almost made them fail. Because she chose the wrong grave. Because
it was a heavy, winnings for this. It was £6,500.
Yeah, which took their overall winnings, as we now know, to
£41,000.
Yes, the Traitors or the faithful are getting the cash in.
Yes.
So anyway, they did find the last coffin just in time.
Thankfully, they didn't have to dig.
No, they didn't have to dig, even though that was quite funny. They were trying to dig up. And who was in it? Yes, it was Leon. Against
what I expected, which was Fozia. I thought she could read Leon like a book at the deathmatch.
And when they were doing the deathmatch, and I kept saying to you, I bet it's the card right in front of Fozia, and it wasn't. And he was so lucky to choose the right card.
It was the thing that we tried in the last review was to figure out how they were going to do it. And it was basically a turn-by-turn choose of these 8 cards.
If they'd got all of them down to death...
Yeah, it would be the one card left.
One card left. But Leon got it.
At that point, it would have been up to whoever went first.
Yeah. But Leon got it, and and then they went and found their people, as we say, in the woods. We had Anna, and then we had Alexander on the lake. Yeah. But he cocked up, and that's what we were.
He was very unspecific.
He was unspecific. Get my voice in. Unspecific and left doubt in people's minds because, of course, it got thrown back that yes, we could, if we kept saying ourselves, a traitor may have come into the fold. So. There we go. That's left a bit of ambiguity there, hasn't it?
And Fozia basically had to confront the Traitors.
Oh, yeah.
With Mina and Linda. And Fozia was like, I knew it was you, Linda. Yeah. I knew it was you.
Did you hear what they said as the Traitors walked away?
What was that? I can't remember.
Get over it.
Yeah.
I think that was Mina. She just said, get over it.
That's funny.
But anyway, so...
This led to all sorts of speculation throughout the day.
Loads of speculation.
It was shooting in every direction. There was no one that didn't get mentioned here.
Exactly. Although we already felt by that point that Linda was
basically shot in the foot. Now I know it was a popular conversation on Facebook and that, all the groups and things talking about this. It was that handwriting would have given it away.
The painting, because of that
it was
specific
Linda,
Z in
because
Fosia.
of the Z in Fosia was like the old 3
But
thing.
obviously nobody spotted it, and because Fosia died, then nobody got to write Fosia down. So.
And speaking of that, it was revealed that they did murder in plain sight. And
there was that glass situation.
And there was the glass situation,
but
which
nobody
came
else
up with
said
Anna.
that they felt that anybody had passed them or asked them to
was
look after
very
the glass.
lucky for Mina, I think, in this particular
But it has put the seeds of the spotlight. The spotlight is just
such an unpredictable game.
A quarter on Mina, I think, at the moment.
Yeah.
But then, around the round table, yes, Alexander came up as a strong contender as being a traitor. Obviously, Linda got hit, but we were sitting there thinking, oh, is it going to be Alexander? Is it going to be Linda?
Is it going to be Leanne?
Leanne, because the thing is, Leanne put up such a defence.
Yeah.
She was basically going down the same lines as Armani did at the beginning of this. It's I'm suddenly taking up a notch, get very defensive, very strong.
Which becomes very suspicious.
And so I think that...
Everyone's days are numbered.
No, there might... I don't... Okay, because this is where it gets a little complicated at the end, because obviously we're down to one traitor, and if that traitor just doesn't kill anybody, or does kill somebody, they're still the only traitor, and then if they get chosen, then it's the end of the game. So she was left in that conundrum of, do I kill? Or no, she had to recruit.
She had to recruit. But the person's decision resulted in either being the recruited or they are murdered.
I know, which is great.
Which is a great way of doing it.
When I've forgotten that they did that. When you're down to one, they have to.
It's not often we get in that position.
But she can still end up being by herself if Charlotte, who she chose, says no.
Which we'll find out tomorrow.
Foregone conclusion on my part, she'll say yes.
She wants to stay in the game.
Because it means she's in the game. Would you?
At this point in the game.
At this point in the game, if you were asked, would you say no and forfeit the game? I don't honestly think any of those players there
want to
go. But I also think that if you're a traitor, you need to choose another traitor that isn't going to throw you under the bus.
That's very difficult at this point in the game.
Because...
Very difficult.
Yeah, I would...
Because everyone has been gunning for people, being very passionate about catching the traitors out, and I thought it was a very difficult thing for the faithfuls to suddenly be thrown into this position.
Excuse me. Yeah, so...
for Charlotte, this is basically a very, very tough decision.
So, the chap who was hooping and hollering at the table and knocked one of the chairs over?
Jake.
That's it, Jake. So, Jake, really pleased. Everybody gave him a round of applause.
Yeah.
Now, you could say it would have been a good opportunity to try and recruit Jake. Yeah. Because if Jake said no, then he's out.
Well, that was the thing. There was very much the case of, he was like, have I now painted a target on my back? Because...
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
But if you forced him to be a traitor, then the heat would be completely off him.
Yeah.
As far as the traitors are concerned.
But is he too much of a powerful player? That's where the nitty-gritty comes in.
That's where then you think, but yes, if you've been made to become a traitor, he'll throw you under the bus.
Exactly.
He'll throw Mina under the bus.
Yeah.
So I think she's probably made a good choice. Otherwise, I would have probably gone for the other Francesca. Is it the other lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one who was
doing the yoga.
The yoga?
She was doing the yoga in a bedroom.
Okay.
Okay. The choices were the blonde lady who got the wrong grave.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she got the wrong grave. So again, there's a seed. You could plant a seed there.
Yeah.
But she went for Charlotte, and Charlotte is going to say yes. You know, tell me if I'm wrong. She's going to say yes. Nobody's going to...
Yeah, at this point, I think...
You're not going to sacrifice yourself just for the fact of saying, I went out the game being a faithful. The only person to do that would have been Anna. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Or what about the vicar?
Well, vicar...
Lisa.
I think the vicar was...
She said she was basically terrible at this game, and that's why she's still here.
Yeah, the vicar would have been a good choice, and it was one of her choices, because, again, she did say yes, she could lie. And the heat is off her because everybody thinks that there's no way she probably would lie.
Yeah.
And she likes a murder mystery game, so she may may have come in, or she might have gone out. But Charlotte is the choice.
Yeah.
And I'd guarantee she's going to say yes because she simply won't want to.
How much are you willing to stake on that?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Ooh. A DVD.
A DVD.
I say DVD because they're cheap. It's like 50p from.
No, it's
CEX.
they've gone up. It's a
They've
pound.
gone up to £1 at CEX.
I'll talk about that in one of the Collectomaniac videos. Anyway,
however,
that's where the stakes are.
But if she accepts,
Yeah.
then they still have to bump somebody off. Do they not?
I don't think so.
I thought they said that if she accepts, they still have to kill somebody off.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah, I got last Sunday completely wrong. I thought the Traitors were on Sunday in the last video we did.
I don't quite know where that came from.
I think maybe it was the first one actually on a Sunday. I don't know.
It's been a while.
Because we live out in the sticks, I say we don't. But anyway,
We're not entirely uncultured. I mean, come on, give us some credit.
I know.
Deary me.
Those local people with local voices.
Oh God.
Oh dearie me.
Oh dearie me.
Oh, have you seen my tractor? Anyway, before we get too confused, Charlotte is going to be. But I think when it comes to the round table tomorrow,
Yeah.
Alexander,
and maybe Leanne. They're both kind of the two sides of that whole argument, aren't they?
I think if the Traitors if Charlotte does say yes, if Charlotte and Mina
play their cards
right, if they don't have to kill anybody, all right, then I think it will be the finger will be pointing to Alexander.
Yeah.
He'll go out as being a faithful.
Yeah.
And then the heat will point to Leanne because she was very, very defensive.
Yeah.
And if they can get Jake on their side about that,
Yeah. He's the one to know at the moment.
He's the one to whatever Jake says is probably going to be right.
Yeah.
So if you could twist it, then they can get rid of Leanne as well. They've got some powerful players out there.
Yeah.
All to play for. Anyway, we shall find out
in tomorrow's episode.
That's right.
So, if you enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe to this channel and comment below any suggestions of further reviews you'd like to see. And hopefully, our voices have improved for the next review.
We are filming again in, I don't know,
a couple of hours.
5 hours time.
Yeah.
And we've got to get this edited and up online. See what we do for you guys. Anyway, we shall see you in the next one.